Okay. Hello, welcome to Manga Talk, manga podcast where we read a lot of manga one volume time, and we read a bunch of it. I'm Kyle, the otaku husband.
And I'm Matt.
And this week we're reading volume 3 of Kentarou Miura's dark fantasy, Berserk. And okay.
I don't know why they call it a dark fantasy. Happy. No, I can't even.
Well, then again, there's some manga that are called a black comedy when it's really not really that much of a comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
the character farted. It's a comedy.
Yeah, but it's dark and edgy.
Yeah.
But no. Any predictions for our Berserk? Oh, by the way, we didn't record. We were supposed to record this last week, but the good old thing of life kind of happened.
Yeah, so we're doing it today.
Yeah, we're doing it today, and then next week we'll be back on regular schedule.
Hopefully.
Hopefully with Blazer Drive. And yeah, any predictions for our good old friend Guts in Volume 3 of Berserk? Anything that you like? I'm
going to imagine that there is, I don't know, just like a feeling, if you will, that someone's going to die, a lot of people are going to die, and it's going to be very violent.
Just like every volume.
Yes.
Just like everything.
Congratulations, you found the joke.
Yeah. Yeah. We make obvious jokes on this show.
At least I do. That's my humor.
Yeah.
So yeah, something's going to die brutally and horribly, and it's going to be great.
We look at we're now at the cover for Berserk for Volume 3. I just loved it. I loved Volume 3's cover. It's like it's Guts like holding on to this like dragon, like this decapitated dragon.
Yeah.
And it just looks so cool.
Like holding it over himself.
Yeah. And this is actually a cover this is actually artwork they kept for the re-release cover.
Nice.
Yeah, this is one of the artworks that they kept.
I didn't realize it the first time. Looks like as he's holding this dragon thing up, beneath him it looks like that's the Slug Demon Man, and he's got shoved into its neck or bottom of its head, whatever that is.
Yeah, our good old friend Jabba, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jabba the Count.
Jabba the Count. Hula. But no, anyways. And now we're going on to Berserk Volume 3. And we see this, and then we see the cover. The cover of Volume 3, like the inside cover. Showing an ominous figure. That we find out.
A strange bird-like man.
Yeah, that we find out later. And this is the end. This is the end of the Black Swordsman arc.
We get into the anime stuff next. Well,
yeah,
sort of, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. We get into the what almost every anime adaptation of this manga adapts.
Yeah.
At least the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which was the 1997 series, and then the 3 movies that were just completely based on the Golden Age arc.
Yep.
And this is also the beginning of the Golden Age arc, this volume.
Let's dive right on into.
Yeah, let's dive onto this. I love this chapter cover. It's just Guts holding his sword, all bloodied, and it's always so cool. Whenever you see it's always so cool when you see Berserk in color.
Yeah.
You know. But the sad part is, I have the Tankobon, and that this doesn't come in color in the re-release.
Aw, well, that's kind of lame.
But in the digital version, it does, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool thing, though. In the digital ones, it does.
Unless it looks like crap, in which case it's not. But that's
no,
not the case here.
No, it still uses the actual. It's not like It's not like digitally recolored in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's using the actual manuscript scanned into the computer. And then we see our good old buddy Jabba the Count, Slug Lord,
Lord Slug himself.
Yeah, just like looming over Guts. Just like looks like he's about to pounce. Guts like looks unconscious, and Puck just kind of looking at the side,
looking down on the scene.
Yeah, and we see, and the Count was like, "It's over.
This is it. Like, this is the end.
This is the battle that decides our fates."
And then, this is where Puck gets really badass and flies in and starts fighting, and oh no, he just goes down and starts talking to Guts. Guts is on.
Yeah, he just starts wailing his hands at Guts' face. Tell him just to wake up. Call him a dummy.
Yeah. Remember when fairies had healing magic there and tell Guts to wake up and not actually do anything?
Yeah, I distinctly remembered that he's basically unlimited health potion.
Yeah, he can just, heal people. It's what he does.
but then again, I don't know if that puts any strain on Puck's body or anything like that. They don't explain that.
I mean, I'm sure he can't just, bring someone back from the dead and off and heal an entire town. I'm sure he's got his limits.
Yeah, but still. But, Guts is, halfway there to be dead. So I think it should be fine.
Well, let's be real. Guts is already dead. He's just a walking corpse. But
yeah. I walk this lonely road. No.
Don't bring that garbage in here. Nah, it's great. I love it.
I know.
So anyway.
We love that cringe.
It's a good kind of cringe. It makes you...
Yeah.
But
now we see good old Lord Slug here. Just talking down at Puck. Tell him, look, this guy's pathetic. You humans are pathetic, and you don't... No, he's just trash talking on humans the whole time.
Yeah. But this is actually grow a backbone, where he starts talking down the Demon Lord and saying about how it's like you threw you're worthless as everybody else. And even the demon's just like the fuck you on about, and Puck just goes on. It's like, yeah, you threw your heart away because your wife died and everything, and you didn't want you, so you became a demon, and even the demon's just like, you know what, you're smart, you're annoying, but you're smart.
Yeah, pretty much. He does say that. He's like, yeah, you're the most annoying little shit on the planet, but I will admit,
elves had a brain the size of squirrels, and then there's a nice shot of Puck pretending to be a squirrel.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's got the nut and the tail growing up. It's nice.
Yeah, I know. You have the intellect of a bird or a squirrel. And I love that. I don't understand why every adaptation tried to cut out Puck until the 2016 one. I
don't know.
He was a good balance of you gotta have a little bit of comedy to balance out the edgy.
See, I disagree. I'm not saying Puck's a bad character. About him, he is starting to grow on me a bit, but I do feel like he can be cut out of this and then not skip a beat. It would just fucking depressing, and he does bring the lighthearted comedy to it and everything. But I do feel like if he wasn't part of it, the series wouldn't suffer that much from it.
That's true. I could. Then again, yeah, you're right. That's why I do see why the 1997 adaptation did it. You could kind of, all the stuff he did in the Golden Age, in the Black Swordsman arc, wasn't a whole lot. Yeah. I know later on, Puck's a lot more useful than just wacky comedy.
Yeah, when he's got to be serious.
Yeah, than just wacky shenanigans. But yeah, I can see why. You're trying to hype up this ultra dark, gory fantasy, and then you see a cute little blue-haired fairy running around acting like thinking that he's a squirrel.
Yeah, it kind of breaks the flow, ruins the moment, if you will.
Yeah, I can see that how that can ruin for fans. And then we see the Bellhead, our good old friend the Bellhead, drops on Puck's head, and then Count Slugula here.
I noticed that Guts suffers from the same thing that everyone in the Blazer Drive series. His packs are just open all the time.
Yeah. yeah. No, there's no Velcro, no button. Not even. Just everything needs to be easy access. Store enough. I guess in Guts' case, things need to be easy access for an actual fight.
I mean, I guess, but it's just one of those things where it's like it's conscious. As soon as you fall on the ground, all of your packs open up. Like it's like a trigger. Like it just happens.
I think it runs a video game logic where you lose all your shit after you die.
No one needs to search your body. All of your stuff just falls off of you.
and then Puck's like, the Bellhead.
Oh God! And the Slugman's all like, "Oh man, I've been looking for this."
Like how the hell did you get a hold of this?
Yeah, but
Puck's like holding it by its nose and lip.
Yeah, and this is Puck's moment
to shine.
The Bellhead starts flying around trying to make sure Slugman can't get it.
And I like that the Bellhead is slowly trying to wake up. It's just you can just tell it's
yeah.
What the fuck you doing, little man?
Get your fingers out of my teeth.
And my nose. and then Count Slugula here is about to attack Puck, and Puck's runs away with the Bellhead. The Bellhead actually has tears in his eyes.
Yeah, it's I didn't realize it before. I figured the Bellhead was solid of whatever material it's made out of, but it looks here you can see as
it's clearly a living thing.
Yeah, as Puck's dragging with it, he's got his one hand on the upper lip, and you can see the upper lip back, and you can see its teeth and everything, and it's if it's made out of anything, it might be made out of
human,
but it's made out of an egg made out of human flesh, but who knows?
If there was ever a Berserk comedy spin-off, I would like it to be about the
Bellhead. Yes.
That would be interesting.
I want to see the Bellhead on top of a bot.
Yeah, or just have random just sprout little arms and legs, and we just see it go on its adventure. I would be down for that, to be honest.
Hey man, I'd watch it. At least
I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. But then, anyways, we see now Count Slugula. He's pretty pissed off now.
Yeah, man, he wants that Bellhead.
He wants that Bellhead, and then Puck's yeah, you can't get it, and then it just starts flying off, dashing around with the Bellhead, holding on to him.
Now, this is something that I thought that maybe at first, where it was he's zooming around, he's got the Bellhead, he's like, yeah, man, there's flyer and everything, there's no way that I'm going to let this guy get this thing, and then a tiny, tiny little pebble, literally nothing, just kind of taps on the side of his head, and it knocks him out and does the whole spiral downwards to the ground, and I'm just
really? You're just waiting for that.
yeah, exactly.
But that tiny bit of rock is kind of like a boulder to him. You know what I mean?
I don't even think at this that if he was normal size, that pebble is the size of an egg, knocked out if someone hits me in the head. All right.
Yeah, you're right, but it's so you had this one chance to be kind of badass, and then
yeah. I think it would make more sense if it was a rock the size of his body.
Yeah. Or maybe the size of the Bellhead itself, I mean.
Yeah, even that would be fine. But no, just knocks him out, he falls down.
Yeah.
And starts goes to step right on top of him.
Yeah, he's ready to he's grabbing his little sluggy foot and just like about to like he's like about to squish it between his little sluggy toes. And then we see Theresa going, Puck!
Runs in and see demon mode, and unlike most anime or manga, where it was like anime and manga, where like shit happens and characters just like don't react to it, the way a normal person would. Gotta say, Berserk, people's reaction.
Yeah,
she walks in and sees Demon Papa and starts freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she just like freaks the fuck out. Like, look, this slug man is my father now. And just like she's like, ah.
Yeah.
And it was like,
no.
No. It's like, Theresa, hug me.
It's like, ooh. Yeah, and she freaks out and runs away.
I bet you he's thinking like, what? This is what happens when you don't hug me.
This is why you don't leave your room, woman.
Oh my god. I will admit, with the characters in Berserk, they do feel more human than in a lot of...
Yes, definitely. They actually have real reactions. Now they don't just see someone burst into flames. Just another Tuesday.
Yeah, or starts like laughing maniacally, or like kind of like shed a tear, but more like not really reacting, like going on like their hands, and he's going, no! You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're kind of just more like, well, that just happened.
Yeah. But like, even Lord Slugman himself here is like, he seems really distraught. Like, look, that she had to see him this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't want that. This is probably exactly why he keeps her locked in her room, so she doesn't get exposed to this kind of nonsense.
Like at least he hasn't completely lost his humanity. Yeah. You know what I mean? If Theresa's still around, you know what I mean? He has not lost.
I will say something that I thought was kind of interesting. Like, this next panel, look, where it was like, you see Puck, and like Puck calls out to Theresa.
Yeah,
you just see like Slug just kind of like turns around. You can see the vein on his head. He looks so sinister. Like he's got this like drool dripping from his teeth, and he's gonna kill Puck. But looking at this, I'm just like, why? Like, I can understand doing this to like Guts or something, but why Puck?
He's got the belt.
He looks so pissed. He doesn't. He dropped it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does. He did drop it. Yeah, and like but he
just looks so pissed off.
He's so menacing. Like, it just looked like this is so menacing looking, and it's just like
yeah.
Like
this is something that, like, if I saw this, I'd shit myself. Like,
I think I would shit my entire organs out.
Yeah, like, this is just crazy.
Just seeing that, and even Puck looked like he about to shat himself a bit.
Yeah, he even said like Puck just can't move. Like, he sees him and it's just like, my entire body's frozen. I don't know what to do.
And then Lord Slugman with his little sluggy toes starts running. Looks like he's about to do like a sumo like move on him.
Body slam.
Yeah. And he's like, my body won't move. He's like, and then I love the sound effects where it's like, go. You know, I love Japanese sound effects in manga. You know.
Hey man, if I could read them, I'm sure I would love them too.
But because I hate sometimes when they translate them. Too. Yeah, it has always been annoying to me. Like, Viz Media does that a lot, you know. Yeah. When they bring their jump manga.
Honestly, when I'm reading manga, like, I generally just like I don't read Japanese. I don't know what these sound effects. If I see like the sound effect symbols, I just kind of imagine like myself. Like, I give it my own sound effect. What I think that would sound like.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see like they do like translated or whatever, I'll see if like I was right or something. Like I generally ignore that shit.
And like Puck, he's like holy shit. I'm gonna die.
Like, this is it. This is my day.
Yeah, this is where I gotta sit down, write my will right now, as Lord Slugman's gonna come and just die right here. And then all of a sudden we see these things going just flying across in this one panel. And then they stab him right in the fucking eye.
Yep, right in the left eye. Right in the left eye that is already slashed and also directly in that previous cut. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's all about the left eye. But, yeah, 3 daggers stab right in his face.
Yeah, well, but the other 2 are just in his jowls.
Yeah.
And in his, 6 chins.
Yeah. Okay, well, it only got him in the 1 chin, alright? But, yeah.
But, but now Puck's just, kind of snapped out of it.
Yeah.
And then we see Lord Slugman is like, you bitch.
The hell. But yeah, Guts finally stands up and
starts
not looking so hot right now, but he's back on his feet, or at least one of them.
Yeah. At least he took after his long nap.
Yeah. He's just like Zoro. You just gotta sleep it off. You'll be fine.
Yeah, pretty much. And, he takes up the sword. And he's like... And Puck calls him a jerk.
Yeah. Flies up to him and is like, why are you pretending to be dead? You're crazy. People die.
Yeah.
But, I mean, granted, he's saying it through tears because he actually cares.
Yeah,
it's that's still a little harsh.
And he just tells him, why don't you just go off and die?
Yeah.
Like that. And even if Guts wanted to die, he can't. Really.
Yeah, he's basically immortal.
Yeah. Yeah,
but,
basically.
Even Lord Slug looks at him and is just like, why won't you just die?
He's like, you're still alive, motherfucker? And, Guts, looks at him, kind of shoos Puck to the side a little bit. Not really flicking him in the butt like he normally does. Just, kind of
No way.
He just kind of, pulls him to the side a little bit, gently. And then Guts just has this sinister look in his face, this sinister smile.
Even Puck comments on it, he's at death's door and he's still laughing about this.
Yeah, and then he's ready. He's gonna charge at the guy. And then he's just still looks so cool and sinister, and he just does. If you want to stop me, you gotta pierce me through my heart or crush my skull, you damn slug. Yes, he finally called him a slug too.
Well, according to what I'm reading, he says but snails are basically just slugs with homes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he called him a damn slug, and it's shit.
And even Lord Slug is like, I won't forgive you. You have to die.
So I won't show mercy. And now Guts is, and now they're just ready to battle. And Puck's like, Guts.
You get a nice couple of shots of Guts getting his ass kicked again.
Yeah, but just by his foot.
Yeah, just kicks him. I gotta say, animes like to do the whole over-exaggerated blood geyser. I'm not gonna name drop Bleach, but oops, there I did it. But a lot of blood geysers going everywhere. Berserk, no, it doesn't really happen. You get blood smears against walls, but they're fine.
That's more realistic. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly, but yeah,
but not to that excess amount of blood. But you know what I mean? It's still that would more likely happen.
Berserk still suffers from the same thing that all anime does, where they think that people are just made of freaking tons of and it's not the case. It's not true. But
yeah, it's just that's true. and they throw people around like pillows, you know what I mean? And like they get up like really quickly.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty hardy dude. I can take a couple hits. If I get thrown around a room, I'm gonna get tired after a while. Like it's gonna start taking its toll.
Yeah, like, and especially with me with my back, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't survive. I have a level 2 herniatic disc.
Nice. That sounds fun. You just get snapped like a pretzel.
Yeah, I would probably die. I would probably die if I got thrown around like that.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind when I go on my mass murder spree.
Shit.
Come get me, CIA.
No, I think come get me, China.
Oh yeah, that's right. The CIA doesn't read manga talks.
Yeah. But no, and then like Punk's just like hurtling in the corner in like the fetal position. He's like, shit, he's gonna die.
Like, this is it. This is where death happens.
To the only person that can probably defeat him.
But we see that Gus has he pulls Thorcia from seemingly nowhere. He just has her. And kind of gets her in like a headlock kind of thing.
Like holds her hostage, basically.
Yeah, or attack because she's there. And everybody's like shocked, like
and like I feel
even I'm sitting here just like, really? Like, are we really shocked about this? No, I'm more shocked about the fact that she apparently just materialized off screen.
That's true. I am more shocked. That she just kind of like she's just there. Yeah, I thought she just ran. I thought she kind of just ran off. You know, for a little bit.
Well, I mean, like you see that and like hides behind a
pillar, but we didn't know we didn't know Guts actually slammed into that specific pillar.
Yeah, you see, like, from where she was, you see the slug guy turn around Guts and then kick him. So, by all accounts, she should still be behind the slug, but nope, she's right there next to Guts.
Yeah. And then there's this like, and he just calls him a best, like, you bastard.
It's how dare.
And she just like, and then we see Thorcia like kind of like screaming and crying, like.
Yeah, and then Gus uses
his gun hand,
his face off. Yeah.
Just like, I just love that when he uses that though. It's so cool.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Like I don't know, like it's literally we call it a gun hand. It is literally a bazooka.
Yeah, like if I were to have a prosthetic weapon hand, I think that would be that or a chain or like Evil Dead chainsaw type of thing.
Would be pretty cool, but I would go. I would actually probably go with grappling hand because that more. But bazooka hand, probably like second in line.
Yeah. But no, we just see like Lord Slug's face is just on fire.
Yeah. The left side of the face. It's always the left side.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it has to be just the left side because that's just how Kentarou Miura just likes to do shit. And like his face is pretty much like gone. His whole left side of his face is like gone, and like Guts is like literally he can't pick up his sword with his hand anymore. And what does he do?
Yeah, I didn't pick that up until just now. Like through at this point in the manga, Guts is like Guts, and then Guts' right hand is like normal, and holds on to his sword with his right hand, and but when he uses his gun arm, he like pulls his right hand back, and like his middle and ring finger are broken. I guess
they're pretty fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was like that just was that from the force of the gun explosion? Like what? Like why is his hand suddenly broken? Because it wasn't before. He held on to his sword before. He was swinging it around.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. That's a kind of an inconsistency here.
Yeah, just kind of. Okay.
That's the first time I'd really see an inconsistency in Berserk like that. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But no. It's fine. Like that's what we do for this podcast. We kind of yeah. Okay, there were some inconsistencies here.
Yeah, you
But
see it, you gotta point it out.
Maybe there had to be some. There had to be some like MacGuffin thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
the only thing I can think of is the recoil from the gun arm, but that, I mean, I just think it's weird. Like specifically the fingers that get broken, it's just weird.
Yeah. And like
either way, we do get a badass moment of Guts biting down on his sword and using his mouth like Zorro, but for the hunk of steel that he calls a sword.
Yeah, like holy shit. I mean, like he can still swing that with his mouth. That's.
I mean, to be fair, his raise it up and brace it, and he only uses it for one swing, and then it got blood. So it's like.
But no, that is a hefty, hearty swing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is definitely physically impossible, but he does it at least once.
Yeah. And it's like he's down on the floor. Lord Slug is like decapitated, pretty much.
Yeah, straight up decapitated.
But as we know, he's not dead.
Of course not. We learned that from his little demon thing that he vomited up earlier.
Yeah.
So it has to be like completely destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. He has to be completely destroyed. It's like, damn you.
Yeah, Puck's looking around, looking over at Thurisia, who's just kind of like cowering in the corner, shaking. And then you just see Guts, like, with his sinister smile, like, walk over to the, just walk over to Slug's head and pulls out a carving into him.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. He's just carving right through the teeth and gums and just going up the nose.
Yeah. When I thought what he was going to do was he was going to Vargas him, and he was just going to like cut off his entire nose.
Oh,
goes up the side of his face and everything. But
that would have been divine.
That's where I thought this was going, but it doesn't.
That would have been divine retribution right there.
Yeah. Then I thought about it, and I was like, nah, that's not Guts' character.
Yeah, but, yeah, and then Guts is like, he's still smiling about it. He's like, I'm going to show you what it means to be human.
Yeah, like this is the limit of human. It's like, yeah, it doesn't like
and he's just having fun torturing this decapitated Slugman's head.
And Thurisia's right there watching this, and despite the fact that he is like, a demon, she's still freaking out and like screaming no and everything. Even Puck's trying to get Guts to stop, but Guts holds his
knife right into his face.
Yeah, like you get.
You get in my way, I'll cut you, bitch.
Yeah,
that's pretty much Guts is like.
Yeah, but then Gut Thurisia's over there, and then let's take the head over to her and start stabbing it directly in front of her. Yeah.
That's a sick. I think that's just Guts having a sick joke.
Yeah, like problems, and it's obvious when he gets into his like battle rage mode. He's got his whole like his own way of doing things, but it's like even for Guts, I feel like this is just fucked up.
Yeah, this is just some weird sick joke he gets for kicks.
Yeah, like he's getting off on this somehow.
Yeah.
And even Lord Slug do this, and he's all like, "Oh, come on, don't be shy. Don't take away my fun."
Yeah. And he's really going to town on his head.
Yeah, just stabbing the crap, just watching the entire thing.
But I do like some of like how the art looks here, though, when he's stabbing the head.
And you get to see it's like one of those things where it's like, who's the real demon here? Because Guts starts looking very, very demonic.
Yeah, and it's like how scratchy it looks. You can tell like the pen nib that Miura is just hard scratches like that.
Yeah, definitely.
and it just looks amazing.
I really like the shot, where it's just Guts is even calling out that's it's amazing. No matter how much you take, you're still alive, and yet you're better than us. Oh my god, it's so taunting him, telling him everything that he was saying back to him, but as, that's in a mocking kind of way.
Dude, but it's sheer torture.
And you see Lord Slug at the bottom, and he's as Guts is stabbing down on this sheer look of pain and horror on his face.
Yeah. And everybody's thinking, Puck's even thinking, why do you have to go this far?
Yeah, through a scene, crying, freaking out. Yeah, she's mouth probably vomiting.
Yeah, I know, literally. And it's just Guts is he's just having fun. He fell to the ground and still kicking it too.
Yeah, he's the knife snaps and he falls onto his back and just starts fucking kicking at him he's just going, and then he just for a minute to breathe, and then he just starts laughing maniacally.
Yeah, holy shit. You can tell he's not a real at first this is where he's the anti-hero in a sense. Yeah, I mean, and then we see the Bellhead covered in blood.
Covered in demon
blood, yeah. And it's sleeping peacefully.
Itself.
It's sleeping peacefully though.
Yeah. But
and
it rises up and rearranges itself so that the face is a normal face.
Yeah. And then the Lord Slug's I don't want to die.
Yeah. The Lord Slug is trying, making a wish. I don't want to die. I don't want this. And I guess it causes the bell
had to react to it.
Yeah, which essentially means it opens its mouth, starts crying blood, and screams bloody murder.
It's
and even everybody stops to look at it what's happening right now? And then suddenly they're in
a labyrinth.
One of those paintings where there's staircases everywhere.
They're in Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's what it is. I couldn't remember the guy.
What kind of magic? No, we're waiting for David Bowie to come out.
Oh man, if creator of this made one of David Bowie, best manga in the it would be all about that.
Yeah. But now we're in this labyrinth. Guts is looking terrified.
Yeah, it's
Puck is
we're here.
Puck and Threesy are just kind of not terrified, but more in awe about it. What the hell?
Yeah,
is this?
Where are we? And even the Slugman's my lords are coming, and then we get to see. Then we get to see. Oh, he gets his curse mark starts hurting. Goes all Sasuke mode for a second.
Yeah, it does.
And, hey man, I'm just saying, if Sasuke's curse mark bled instead of stretched across his body, probably a better anime. But
yeah, actually, I think I would care more about Sasuke then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sasuke was never that. Okay, a little tangent here. Sasuke was never that great of a character to begin with.
Oh hell no! It was Sasuke's whole deal is just being dark and edgy, and it was just the first episode where he's he's with Kakashi's team or whatever, and he's all right, let's go around. You like what you dislike, and Sasuke's literal answer is I don't like anything. I hate everything. And I'm just sitting there thinking it's all right, well, every 13-year-old loves you, so
yeah, literally, it's now go to the corner, act all emo, cut yourself, listen to some bad Green Day music. I don't care at this point with him, Sasuke.
Yeah,
and he never really grew up from it either. It's
I don't know. Honestly, Shippuden Sasuke, later Shippuden Sasuke, when he starts kind of becoming the quote unquote good guy.
Yeah.
He's
still
but he's still edgy. Like I'm not taking
He's
that
still
away from him.
he's still kind of edgy even then. It's like,
Yeah,
but it's just he just toned it down a bit.
yeah, he's still edgy, but he's less of a whiny bitch, and that's
Yeah, and then okay, now back to Berserk.
yeah. Away from that now.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother series, possibly maybe to come later.
yeah.
So, but yeah, everybody's freaking out.
Guts is like
Dang.
he's freaking out he's probably freaking out the most though. Like
Yeah,
this because he knows what's coming.
yeah. And then you see the God Hand arrive, and the man from the cover shows up. He's is it ever really explained? Is he just like part of the God Hand, or is he like the leader of the God Hand?
I think he's the leader.
Like their leader?
Yeah, I think he is the leader.
Yeah. So everybody shows up, and of course, gas labyrinth. So everybody shows up on different platforms at different angles.
I like how the God Hand look kind of cool though.
Yeah. I gotta say, I like, like I said, like there's different platforms on different angles and everything, so everybody's all oriented different ways. There's one guy who's like just a really he looks like a cuttlefish, like a demonic cuttlefish. He's just like a really tiny little blob with little tendrils coming out the bottom of him.
Yeah,
through the air. Like he doesn't have legs. He floats through the air, and even he's floating upside down because why not?
yeah. And he's the one that has like the glasses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they all really have like. Well, the one has like weird eyes. The one is a chick who has like crazy ass like spite like a snake, not
like Medusa hair.
Kind of like that. And then the short cuttlefish man.
Yeah.
And, both have like
tentacles.
Yeah, tentacles wrapped around their eyes.
And now we're gonna go on to the next chapter, which starts out. We see a bunch of people in the streets, just casually doing their thing, and then we see a big old vortex come down at the castle.
Yeah, just kind of floating down the castle. I will say one of my favorite things is that first shot of like just the random people looking at everything. Like you got like the three people in the back are like, oh my god, what's happening? The guy in the middle looking pretty concerned. The little kid is even kind of just like, what's going on over there? And there's just this old man in a hat, and like the expression on his face is just like, well, shit. Like he's just
no, he doesn't even have like a well shit face. He's like, interesting.
Yeah. And just
he's
like,
got the more
this is happening. I know we just talked about how this doesn't happen in this series, but yeah, there he is, right there. He's just like, that's happening. yeah.
He's the guy that has that shit.
Yeah.
And then we see the one girl going like, she doesn't really have a shocked face. She's sort of like, oh,
wow.
Like, yeah, wow.
But it's okay. They're not even side character panel people.
Yeah,
so,
they're just NPCs.
Yeah, they don't matter.
Yeah, they really
they're
don't
less
matter.
than NPCs.
Yeah. And then
they're the NPCs that you can't interact with. They're nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. And but it still looks cool that the vortex is coming down, just like.
It looks cool.
And then we see now we're dealing with the God Hand.
You finally get a close up of
what they all
it was a
look
better
like.
shot of all. Yeah, I was wrong. The goldfish man does wear glasses. The man kind of just has his eyes closed.
Yeah, like pufferfish man has like kind of has his eyes closed.
Yeah.
And they all look really sinister and cool, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, like the chick is like an obvious succubus. Like that's her entire thing, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you it looks like he's singing. Then you got the cuttlefish man who looks like some kind of mad scientist.
Yeah.
Your guy in the background that's just a brain. Like
he's like a brain lizard guy.
Yeah, he looks pretty intense.
Yeah, everybody's like going there like, wait, this is the God Hand?
Yeah, it's like, these are the people, and then even Guts, he recognizes the man. It's the man, Griffith.
Yes. The man, the legend, Griffith.
The myth, the legend, the god king of the god hand. Good old Griffith.
Good old Griffith. We finally get his introduction into the series.
I watched the anime for. I don't know if this is like 100% accurate, but like the way Griffith looks in, I don't remember if that was his design in the anime, but he looks badass.
Yeah,
I feel like he looks in this shot than he does.
Yeah, when he's looking at me shouting Griffith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, no, he still looks badass, but like, I don't think in the anime I don't think in the '97 one they showed him in his God Hand outfit.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's like the final thing. It's like when you see Griffith, like, well, I guess spoiler warning.
Yeah, who haven't watched?
Talking to the in the pact and everything like that. Like, you kind of just like see him like the final thing before Guts like leaves the demon realm area or whatever. Like you see Griffith in his demon mode, and it's like that's it. That's the last thing that you see of him. But like I said, I don't remember if he looks like this, but like this image right here, he just looks badass.
Yeah, he does. He does look cool. And like we hear Guts going, Griffith!
Griffith! Griffith!
Oh, okay. I think at the end of this video, or somewhere within this video, I should just put a compilation of Guts saying Griffith.
Yes, definitely. Even Puck's just like, Griffith? Who's that? And like everybody's just giving ellipses at each other. Because apparently a lot of manga and anime seem to think that ellipses make a sound, but they don't. Well, it's a pause.
Yeah, it is a pause. It's more like a type of thing.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Another thing, like, I don't know if that was like, if it's like what they're like going with or what they were going for, but Griffith. Is there a reason why Griffith looks so feminine? Like, first of all, in his demon, he's wearing lipstick, and then it's like there's like it gets to it later on. They show some flashbacks of Griffith when before he's a before he's a demon, and he still looks very feminine. Like,
I think that was just he's sort of like the B shonen type character.
Okay.
I think that's just more a design choice more than an actual logical reason why he looks like this.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I mean, there could be some logical reason why he's like this.
Like, I know, like, what is it from the Fate series, Fate and Stay Night, Fate Zero, all that stuff. I know the main character is Saber, who is King Arthur, who is a woman, because apparently in Japan, or at least like in parts of the world, there's this King Arthur was actually a woman because it describes him as being this like fair-skinned, fair-haired, beautiful person. And,
like he looked very feminine and
yeah, and so is Griffith like based on somebody? Like, is that Griffith's deal? Is he
the King Arthur legend
version of King Arthur?
Well, I don't know. Nanatsu no Taizai literally killed their version of King Arthur.
True.
Literally killed their version. So, like, and they just flat out made him a shonen protagonist.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
can't argue with that. I actually forgot about that series. Maybe I should pick that up again.
Yeah, well, I think that's actually gonna be a pick for me for this podcast.
All right, add it to the list. We'll get to it.
Yeah, because I real quick, after I read this, I pretty much read all of Nanatsu no Taizai in like a week.
Nice.
And I gotta say, I could see why people don't like the power levels in that one.
Gets pretty crazy pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. And nobody stays dead.
Yeah, well, that's just anime and manga in general.
Yeah, you're right, but it kind of follows the Dragon Ball rules of death and shit like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, Guts is like, Griffith's like, you still squirming around your pitiful existence.
You're beat again?
Yeah. And then it's like, and all of a sudden, Guts is like, what? He's like,
what are you talking about?
He's so distraught, too, about what he said.
Yeah.
Like, this actually hurts him. Like, when any other being says this to him, he doesn't give a shit. But when Griffith says it, this literally hurts him.
Yeah.
In, like, an emotional, deep way.
Why?
Why you say this to me?
Why do your words cut so deep?
And then we see Griffith looking at good old Lord Slughead.
Yeah.
The God Hand looking down upon him.
And the brain skeleton Lich Lord character kind of just like talks about how it was like this creature's designed the door of dimensions and called us here. Which apparently is a thing. This is how you make
that's
how yourself.
Yeah, that's how you like try to get immortality or something that kind of tempts the laws of nature. You go through them.
I do kind of like this whole thing where it was like this entire part is just like they show up and then like the Slughead is just like, please kill the Black Swordsman, like sacrifice the Black Swordsman, that's what I want. And then like everyone's just like, nah, we can't do that, he's not the one. The rule is you have to sacrifice someone that means something to you. You can't sacrifice an enemy. And even the Slugman is like, but he's killed so many apostles, like he should be your enemy. And they're just like, enemy, like, fuck you on about? And they start laughing at him.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, those apostles, like they don't mean nothing to us. You just create more.
Yeah, no matter how many apostles he kills, it won't matter. He's just a useless man, and this affects him. Like Gus is even just like he looks down. He's just like, are you kidding me?
And like, look, Griffith calls him petty, and like his existence is not even a crumb on like the bread of society.
Yeah, he is literally nothing.
Yeah. And then Guts starts getting up. He's about to pick up his sword with his fucked up fingers. Yeah, he starts coughing out blood.
He gets up. He starts marching his way up to them, and even all the demons are just like, like this man is incredible. Like if we could get him on our, be amazing, but for whatever reason they can't because he's not a chosen one or some
bullshit.
Yeah, some ancient ritual MacGuffinry.
Yeah, and it's the succubus who says it too.
Yeah. To him, she really wants him.
Yeah, it's the succubus. She just wants a little bit of Guts action.
Yeah. But
That's all she cares.
It does drop the fact that I'm guessing the cuttlefish looking dude, his name is Femto, and apparently he was the one that gave Guts his brand.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know if that's true. I don't remember which one, at least from the show. I'm kind of gets branded. I don't know if there was a specific one that did it.
I think it might have been Griffith himself, I mean.
It might have been. Yeah. I mean, I think Griffith was the one that sacrificed him. Because like I said, like you got to sacrifice someone that means something to you. Yeah.
And Guts was that thing.
Guts and Griffith kind of have a bromance going on.
Yeah.
At least they did long ago.
Well, they did, and then there's this girl, Katsuka.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about her later.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when it.
Yeah. And pretty much now they're just Guts and him are just arguing with each other now. It's more just Guts just arguing with him, and Griffith's just like,
Yeah. As Gus is slowly shambling his way up the staircase.
And he basically says, like, you stand up there like you're some godly being? Griffith!
Griffith! Griffith!
Griffith! Instead of Adrian, it's Griffith!
Exactly. But this is also where it points at, like, this is where the blood geyser shows up. Smart just starts spurting out. And it's revealed. I mean, I guess it's always been revealed, but it's revealed like in actual word form now that his curse mark reacts when demons are close, and because the God Hand are so powerful, like the
amount of blood,
demon,
the amount of blood comes out. It's like more painful.
Lesser pinprick in your neck or something like that, but in the presence of them, especially all 5 of them, it's like it might be enough to kill him.
Yeah, literally. And actually make that sacrifice actually happen.
Yeah, but Guts can't do that, so it's like he gets like 3-4 step from
Griffith.
Halfway.
And then, he gets halfway up the stairs.
I mean, he's like pretty much pretty close there. But yeah, he starts to pass out, but Guts ain't having none of that shit. So even everybody else is just like, well, I guess that's as close as he can get. Like, that's it. But Guts is just like, no. He stamps his foot down and then, like, slams his sword into him. Or tries to, anyway.
Yeah, like, I love that, too. He just looks like he's about to fall backwards, and it's just, like, stamps his one foot and just, like, woo.
Yeah. Wait until this one attack. But, and even everybody's just like, oh my god, he did it. But,
oh.
Griffith has some bitch ass force field protecting him that launches his guts away because he can't fight him like a man.
I think he just used hockey.
Yeah, he just blinked and sent him flying.
Yeah. But no, he just like, and Guts is like, shit.
Yeah, he gets slammed into a wall. Rocks break. The standard of someone slamming into a wall.
Yeah, but like
he falls to the ground. He's pretty much out of it.
Just look at that crater, though. It looked like it literally made a big fucking hole in the wall.
Yeah, it did. It just destroyed everything.
And even the succubus is like, well, even though as much as I want some of you, you're still kind of weak.
Yeah, it's like he's probably unconscious, so yeah, let's just leave him there.
But they really want him to join.
Yeah,
they're really insistent about it.
They even go far to say that it's like he got that close after fighting the Count. So it's like, imagine if he was full strength. Like, I imagine it'd be a pretty badass fight.
Yeah, like I feel like if he were to join them, they wouldn't fuck with him.
They'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, they would. They would be unstoppable. And, like, that would be a good plan, though. You know what I mean? If Guts were just to join them and then just, like, kill them off one by one.
Yeah. Guts would have to give up his humanity.
Yeah, that's true.
The amount of humanity
that he... Whatever shred of humanity he even has, I mean.
Yeah, that single percentage of he still holds to.
Yeah. And then we see...
This is what I was talking about. They talk about... The fat man talks about how it's like, he can't be one of us because he's not chosen by destiny. And I'm just in a... I mean, I feel like he's chosen by destiny. He's endured all of this. He's still alive.
Yeah, that's true.
What do I know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
And then we see Griffith kind of looking down upon him. And then we see the group in a back shot. And, like, of course, the succubus one has her cape show her ass.
Of course. Like, why wouldn't she? Her and folded on her sides.
Yeah. And then our Lord Zed of the group, Lord Zed of the group he's like, nah, I'm bored now.
Yeah, the appointing of a demon ceremony shall begin now, and even Puck and this entire time Puck been there, as well as Lord Slug, just kind of blood splattered on the ground.
And Lord Slug's like, yes, just do it.
Yeah, but so he has to pick his sacrifice, and the only sacrifice that he can
pick
Therisia.
Therisia, yeah. A sacrifice.
Yeah. I do like that. Even Griffith even goes far to say that's like, he's have to have this to be like a piece of your heart kind of thing.
Deal.
And then he says that it's like he doesn't know. And then like even Griffith points over to what is that thing? It's like, come on, Griffith, you know what that is.
Like, you know who that is. You know what that is.
Yeah. And they even say that's like, I'll count. And even Therisia is like freaking out.
She's like,
and the Slug's even saying that's like, I can't sacrifice her.
Yeah, like, because that's like the one bit of humanity you have.
Yeah, like that's the reason why he did everything was for her.
Was for her sake. Well, you can see the Count is one of those. He's kind of a tragic figure in a sense. He had good intentions, but it just got. Those good intentions got worse.
Yeah.
And then Theresia's like, no.
Yeah, and then this is where they make the big. Well, come on, you can do it. You did it last time. And Theresia's like, what? And then even the Lord's like, wait, don't tell her. And the demons, of course, are just like, all right, I'll tell her everything. And then
they don't give a shit. They're like, just look here, little girl.
Yeah, they basically open up a portal that passed or whatever, and basically,
we see the Count as a good man.
Yeah, the original Count, and Therisia and her mother, and then talks about how Gut starts waking up, so he can chime into this too. But Count goes off to kill some heretics.
Of course. The ultimate enemy of every religious person, apparently.
I just love quote that I just want to keep for myself is just after an exhausting day in his duty to get rid of those heretics.
Those damn heretics on my lawn.
Goddamn heretics taking our jobs.
They're taking a shit on my lawn here.
But yeah, after a long day, he goes back home to see his wife and daughter, and he opens the door. He's a statue of a man with and just an orgy going on, and his wife is one of the participants in this orgy.
Yeah, this is a shit show orgy going on.
I like how they describe it as an ocean of moving in heat.
Yeah. And the one that's actually on the demon statue is his wife.
Yeah. With a full face of pleasure. Even Therisia is just like, no, this is a lie, and everyone, oh my god, this is terrible.
Oh my god, yeah, she's like, no, this can't be true.
Yeah, but the Count basically goes mad and but he can't kill his wife because he just can't do that. And then she even he goes to attack her, and she just holds her arms up and just has this smile on her face, like, I win, like no matter what, I win.
Yeah, pretty much.
He can't bring himself to kill her.
Yeah, and it's just like she's like, yeah, I know what I did, fuck you.
Yeah, like. And even say, like, the smile like a winning betrayer pushed him into a pit of hopelessness.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I really feel bad for the Count, It's just...
Yeah. He goes so he thinks about But at that time, the Bellhead activated, summoned the Door of Dimensions or whatever, and the Count even says, like, God or apostle of the devil, deal with this. Like, take this torment away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, and this is where he basically, this is him pretty much selling his soul to the devil, you know?
Yeah. It's like, now this is what I don't understand. They keep saying, like all you have to do is like just say the word, like just give the word, like in exchange for one word, they can like make this happen. And he doesn't say a word though. Like you see, like the demon guy brands his wife, and then gives the Count his demon powers, and he rips her body apart. And then he basically just said that it's
he ripped and consumed her.
Yeah, he ate her. I'm guessing that was like where it started. But yeah, it's like you said, like give me the woman's body or something like that, and that is not a single word, but yeah, it's basically the gist of what happens.
Like, yeah, here, a well, I think the single word is sacrifice.
Yeah,
it might be the single word.
Yeah.
And this is just where his path of destruction went. It's so he could transcend humanity.
Yeah, he gave up his human soul so that he could basically carve out the torment in his soul, kind of thing.
And then the cursed brand is about to go to Thracia. She might have to live with the same hell that Guts had to live with.
Yep. Well, because she would actually have to die, but
yeah.
Well, we get a shot of remember when Puck can heal? Remembers, because he calls over to Guts, and it's like, hey, or he calls over to Puck and is like, hey, make my right arm able to move, or Thracia die.
Yeah, pretty much. Heal me, bitch.
Yeah.
And that's funny. Like, oh wait, now you remember he has healing powers.
Yeah. Oh wait, forward. So why didn't I do that before?
Oh yeah, I have fairy powers.
Oh yeah, I'm an elf. Oh shit. I so much sooner.
This chapter is now the last chapter of the Black Swordsman arc.
This threw me off because I thought it was just gonna stop there. Like, I thought it was just gonna stop there and then go
right into the Golden Age.
Yeah, and then come back situation later, and I was just like, no, you can't do that. Shit's happening. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's like, you hear people saying like, "Hey, you alive?" More or less.
Well, almost.
What? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I got some dead on my arm a bit, but I think I'm fine.
Just cut the dead off. It's good.
And then we see a flashback of what is assumed to be Griffith and Guts in their younger age.
A young Guts and human Griffith.
Yeah. And it just looks, and they look so like, it just shows all the the battle scene they went through.
Just a pile of dead bodies.
Oh my god, yeah. And that's Guts as a younger as basically a teenager.
Yeah. I'd say like young adult.
Yeah, young adult. Yeah. And then we see
Griffith goes into long-winded explanation about like his reason for living. Like his quest is to find out what place in the world, like find out what his destiny is,
what he's capable of, and it just relents so that this is the first person that he's actually spoke to in this kind of deep level.
Yeah, it's like you're the first person I've said this to. How strange
Yeah, I like this picture of Griffith with his hair like that. It's not completely drawn in, you know, like
Yeah.
it's like
Like
the
the hair
screen
around is done.
the screen tone took care of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it did really good.
I think that was a really cool idea, art-wise, you know? Really good artistic choice.
I mean, you could argue that he just didn't finish and just sent that in, but no, I think it was an artistic choice.
Yeah, that could be true. Like he just didn't have enough time to draw it all in, so it's like, fuck it, I'll just do it in the screen tone phase.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's an artistic choice. Like it works. It looks really good.
Yeah. And then now we go back into the battle. We go back into the scene, the God Hand, about to put the mark of the sacrifice onto Thrisia.
Yeah. Say the word, sacrifice the girl.
Just they're like, do it already, please.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. What are we going on, Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah. And the Guts remembers for the second time. He's talking to Puck. It's like, hey, if you want Thrisia to live, fix my arm now.
Yeah, like just fix me up. Come on.
Yeah.
But he fucking like questions it too. Like, really, Puck? It's like, but
fucking heal him. Fucking heal him. Just do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it. He's like, or else your friend's gonna be branded with one of the same mark I have, and she's not gonna live through what she has.
Yeah. I do like how Griffith is just like, count. And then Guts starts freaking out, and even Puck's just like, oh my god, what's happening with like all these emotions flowing through me, and then you see a giant vortex of souls just like right next to. It's like, time did that just show up now?
Yeah, and this is where we get to see all these souls just, and just like, I bet you can hear this. They were like, ah! Like screaming bloody murder, like, like, oh my god. And that's just to make you think, and that's like how when people die, this is what they become in a sense.
This is like the scene where there's that the pool of souls that Hades watches over.
Yeah, it's basically that. He said pretty much this is only a small portion because this is basically it is the portal to hell.
Yeah,
it's literally hell.
I like how like you get to see Guts, and like Guts is even freaking out at this. Like, but it's like he's looking at the souls, and he's just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's not like this is not a good thing.
Yeah. The Griffith is like still talking to the. And it's just like, look, you got two options: either sacrifice your daughter and body again, or
take a dip in the ocean of souls.
Yeah, it's like this is the fate of everyone that deals with demons. Like you don't go to heaven, you go to hell.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is where Puck decides to realize people who involve themselves with demons, that means Guts also? And it's like, come on, we all knew he was going to hell. Like,
yeah,
this isn't surprising.
No, he was from the day he was born. He's basically going to hell.
Literally from the day he was born.
Yeah. Which we'll get into pretty soon.
Next chapter.
Yeah, so, literally next
Guts is still on the ground cringing because he can't.
He's like,
yeah.
And then we see the two, and then he's like, and then we see all of them are just like gathering around. They're like We want our sacrifice now.
Yeah, just say you'll give your daughter as a sacrifice. Do it.
Do it.
This is what I thought. Like you get a shot of Theresia's like she's a little bit, but like there's
like a ledge.
She puts her hand kind of like over it, and she realizes that it's not there. She looks, it's just this giant drop down
right into hell.
Oh yeah, like is she just gonna jump? Is she just going to like say fuck it and leave? Because that'd be great. That's probably what I.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't happen. She just kind of sits there.
Yeah, she kind of gets sit there, and then like even the Count is now pondering himself.
Yeah. And he says, like, is this it? Is this my time to die as this ugly monster? And then it's like forever sinking into that ocean. And it's like, no, I was like, I don't want to die. Like, he starts crying.
Yeah, he literally starts crying. And then you see, in his eye, you see Theresia.
Yeah. Theresia starts crying. She even says father. And, like, she remembers, like, the picture she has of her family before shit went down.
Before her mother became basically a whore and her father became a demon.
Yeah. And then the mark just is like floating in the air, and it just kind of like blows up. It just kind of like disappears, and then you see like a trail
of white.
Kind of like rise out of the ocean, and you see Lord Slug's body starts to be pulled towards it.
Yeah. He's like, no. Yeah, he knows what's going on, and you know who, and then who we see, who's the one leading that vortex. We see our good old buddy Vargas.
At least one of them. He's in the front. Like he's like if he's gonna drag him to hell, like he's doing it himself.
Yeah, he's like Vargas. No.
Yeah, and you see like the Count like revert actual body, well I guess soul, and he gets dragged to hell
with Vargas. And this is what I meant. Like we see Vargas kind of have his badass moment in a sense.
Yeah, he gets his retribution.
He's the one leading the charge. Yeah, and then we see the Count look down at his daughter. And the daughter, she wants to hang on to it, but like, it's too late.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to go. That's a bad place.
Don't do that.
Theresia, it's a bad place. You don't want to go down there. That's where all the evil people go.
But then,
and then Vargas.
Yeah. See. Souls grab onto Guts and try to drag him to that hell.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, even Guts is just kind of sitting there. It's like, no, get off.
Yeah, seriously. He's like, get the fuck off me. And then we see Griffith kind of turn his cape, turn back, start walking up the stairs.
And just to use his broken, sort of kind of healed maybe arm, and he loads another bullet into his arm and shoots it right at Griffith.
Griffith! Boom! Shots that meager little cannonball at Griffith.
I would not call that meager. That is a baseball-sized bullet.
Yeah, that's true. That is basically the size of a softball. And it misses.
Well, it's a direct hit. He just, has that bitch boy force field around him, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is that bitch boy force field. He's like, bitch boy force field.
What's that? Something's coming at me? Better not react to it at all, like a badass.
Yeah, exactly. And then Guts is like, no!
Guts and Puck get spat back into the real world.
Yep.
As the God Hand fade away.
Fade away. The God Head in Jim Henson's Labyrinth fade away.
Yeah. The giant swirling vortex above the castle disappears. All the people look up at it and just go about their day.
And the bell heads. And the bellhead's still there.
Yeah.
Doing its own
Gus
bellhead.
on the ground. His sword hits the ground. The bellhead hits
the ground. Ka-chung, ka-chung. And it's like...
And you see crying like at this giant hole in the side of the building, and you see Count in his human form, but he's like all cut to bits and everything. Just
he's
lying
all
on
like he's like half his face is gone. His like whole his from the bottom down is like he has nothing left.
Yeah,
he's missing an arm.
He's all sorts of fucked.
Yeah, he's all sorts of dead. And a Puck going through it, and she's like, "No, get away!"
Waves him away.
Swats Puck.
She's talking about she doesn't want this. Like it's all a lie. And looks up, throws a knife right behind her, and it's just like, do it then.
Just kill yourself.
Even Puck's just like, what?
It's like, whoa, that's... Even Puck's going like, whoa, come on, Guts.
You do get a nice moment here where it's like Puck walks up and smacks Guts, and it's just like you're so bad. Like, you very well what Thrissy is going through. And he's just like, yeah, I do. That's why it's... And it's just like,
that's
well,
why
you can't really argue with that.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah, I know. It's like, if you can't take it, this is the way you get out.
Yeah. It's like, just take that knife, cut your wrist, you don't want this.
Yeah, just say you don't want this. This is the only way out.
Yeah. And even Puck's just like, oh my god, he's serious. He actually thinks like this. And Gus just kind of finishes it with like, it's your life. Do whatever you want.
Hey, you'll probably go to heaven, but you know what? If you prefer hell, at least you get to see your parents.
Yeah. And she picks up the knife and she even goes to do it. Puck tries to stop her.
Just do what you want, man. It's your life. It's like, Tristan, no!
We do get this scene where I guess like she's sitting on the edge of the basement, I guess, and it gives way and she starts falling, and one last moment, Guts, very geniusly, of course. I mean, I guess there's nothing else around, but he holds out his sword for her to grab onto.
Yeah.
And she cuts her hands, but I'm like, with like cut through anything. I feel like her fingers would just be cut off immediately.
Yeah, I know. Like, literally. Even with just swinging her up, I think her fingers would be just gone.
Oh, yeah. Like, her own body weight, gravity. Like, no. Her hands are gone. Like, that's the end.
Just her fingers.
Yeah. I mean, she does get cut. She does bleed from it and everything. But she starts, starting to slip. Guts, swings his sword over and, throws her back onto the ground.
Yeah. And then Puck offers to, heal her hands.
Yeah.
And Theresia's like, it all started because of you!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is, I mean, I kind of understand it, but it kind of just, comes out of nowhere. Yeah. It's she blames the Black Swordsman for everything, and it's you just saw You knew that he was changed. Okay, yeah, you never saw him in his demon form, but you knew he wasn't your dad anymore. You were so afraid, even in his human form, you wouldn't let him
touch you.
You knew something was up. Now you know the truth. Okay, yeah, you don't accept that your mother was
this orgy whore. Having just this demon whore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was okay, fine, you don't accept that, but. And you acknowledge the fact that your dad was a bad person.
Yeah, and she vows to kill the black. She vows to kill the Black Swordsman. Really,
yeah.
Really, bitch.
Yeah, even he's Gus just he stands forward like a crutch. He picks up the bell over to the dead body of that nameless dude and picks his cloak back up. And even Thrissy is just I will kill you one day. And then he even he kind of smirks and just says you want it's like as he's leaving, like this is what like I like this shot. Puck flies up, he's leaving, and it's just like, hey, wait.
And then you see Guts actually in tears.
He is so sad. Like it's like he actually wanted the best for her, and this is it.
Like he found someone that has felt the same fate, almost felt the same fate.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, he actually wanted the help, and this is Guts. This is where we see a bit of Guts' humanity.
Yeah. Gus realizes that Puck sees him, so he like holds his cloak up to hide his face and everything.
It's like, I'm not crying. What are you talking about?
Get out of my face, Puck. I hate you.
It's like, I just have something in my eye.
It's just blood, just clear-colored blood.
Yeah. And then this is where we end the Black Swordsman arc. All right, before we go into the first chapter of the Golden Age, I want to know something. I want to ask you, what do you think of the Black Swordsman arc as an introductory?
I think it's incredible. Like after reading through this, like I'm really sad that like
that a lot anime series, that a lot of this stuff was never adapted.
Yeah, like the original anime series starts off the Black Swordsman arc is just the snake centipede man.
Yeah,
it's just like the giant snake man, and then it was like this whole thing dealing with the Count. Like if they added this part, like I think it would be like just like so crazy. Like even then, just adding like this whole part with the Count. Cut out the Snake Man and just did the Count part. Like it would just like
because the Snake Man, you could have cut out in the original in the manga here and not miss a beat.
Yeah, like it's really just like the Snake Man is just like even in the anime, like the Snake Man is just like an introductory to it's like this is current day, this is what Guts is doing, and then it goes into the Golden Age arc, where like, here in the manga or like here in the manga does the Snake. It's like okay, this is like the like these are the characters. This is Guts. This is what he does. Now onto the story, and then the Count arc, and like yeah, you just like do away with the Snake Man. Just animate the Count arc, and it would be good. It'd be so good.
Yeah, I guess we have to wait another 20 years for them to even attempt to try it.
It's crap. I'm just gonna become an animator. I'm gonna do it myself. I don't care. Sue me all you want.
Or wait for I don't know. Netflix is getting interested in the anime, so I mean, maybe Netflix might do something with it. And plus, there's no restrictions on Netflix, really.
True.
They can go as gory as they want. I would say if they try again to bring Berserk and start actually doing it from the very beginning of the manga, you know, with a whole new, I would say with a whole new cast and everything. All new animation, all new cast, everything. And not do that shitty CGI job that they did on the 2016 and 17 version.
Yeah.
And like I think there'll be a more successful adaptation.
I completely agree.
All right. Now we going on to the last chapter of this volume. The Golden Age, and the beginning of what is considered the best arcs in the entire manga.
I mean, it's the only one that gets animated, so
yeah, technically, because it is. Because I guess why? Because it is a more of a clear beginning than the Black Swordsman arc.
Well, yeah, and, you know, it is literally the beginning of the story, but
where everything begins. I could see why they want to animate this first.
Yeah, you know how things like even with like the remake, like whenever anybody remakes anything, they can't just continue the story or anything. No.
You
they
gotta have an origin story.
Yeah.
You gotta go into the origin story and shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I hate what it is.
But then we see the beginning of the Golden Age arc. We see a tree hanging of dead bodies everywhere.
Already off to a great start.
and then we see a baby who was born from one of those dead bodies. Still alive.
Well, they don't know at first. You see this like band of mercenaries show up on it, and it's like, yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
You see this woman, what's her name? Yeah, Shizu.
Yeah.
Sees the baby, runs out and picks it up, and everyone's just like, oh, well, she's crazy because she had. And you see this man is called Gambino. And they're just like, hey, yeah, wasn't that miscarriage your kid, Gambino? And he's like, oh, well, how will I know? I guess supposed to point. Shizu's kind of a whore.
Yeah, Shizu is probably a prostitute.
Yeah. And, but yeah, so Gambino shows up and is like, it's just a dead kid, let it go. And then drops it on the ground, which, probably would kill him if he was a baby. But
it's alive.
But no, he wakes up, he yawns, he starts crying. And then Shizu goes over and decides to keep it.
Yep. They allow her to keep it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They do make a point that the baby cries out in the middle of the mud full of its mother's blood, which is
afterbirth, yeah.
A very
very disturbing kind of image.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Shizu really wants it, so she decides to keep it. And even all his mercenary dudes is like, isn't that bad luck? And he's just like, what, are you afraid?
Yeah, and Shizu's basically, it's like, it's my baby.
It's mine now. I want to raise it and call it Jim.
And then like the baby starts taking a liking to Shizu a bit, you know what I mean? Still crying though, you know what I mean? And
it's baby, that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, then Gambino, like you said, says like, are you scared?
Yeah.
No. And they're like, no. It's like, no. And he's like, yeah, really, guys?
just leave the baby alone and it'll die on its own. At least for now, Shizu feels good, which is, kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's one of the most fucked up people in this. I'm sorry, like, Gambino was probably one of the more fucked up people.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah. And then they say it's a bad omen.
Yeah, it's bad luck to pick up beneath a dead tree.
And then we see 3 years later, it goes on, and then we see these nurses going around her, and they're just like, "Guts, get out of here! She's got the plague." Oof.
But Guts doesn't care. Guts rolls up his sleeves. He sees his mom with, I guess her face is melting, or maybe it's her lesion. What's going on with that? But
I think it's more like it. She looks in bad shape.
Yeah, but
they're like, where's They're like, where's Gambino? He's in the middle of a siege.
Yeah, he's in a castle. Like his wife is dying. He's such a terrible person. And then Guts, like I said, rolls up his sleeves and goes and sits next to the nurses and holds his mother's hand, like a good son,
like a good little boy. And then we see the battle. We see this battle that Gambino's going on, and then it takes place. Then it takes place 3 years later, so 6 years in general. And then we see Guts. Now he's 6 years old, holding a spear, in battle.
Yeah, I guess his whole thing is he's just weapons carrier for Gambino, and Gambino tells him give me the spear, boy, and then he hesitates for a minute. He's like, come on, hurry up! And he grabs the spear and uses it to kill a cavalry dude, and the cavalry dude falls on top of
Guts with his entrails coming. Shit,
yeah,
it smacks Guts right in the fucking face.
That's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible.
That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, and then as he gets up, and then Gambino whaps him in the side of the face with the butt of the spear, and is like, "You want me to die?"
Shit, you wanna get killed, boy?
Yeah.
It's like, God
Like if
damn
I die,
it!
you die.
He's like, God damn it, you're gonna get killed out here. And then like, and even he tells her, look, if you're gonna die, if I die, you're just gonna be a corpse.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna give a shit about
Like,
you.
Guts glares at him and is like, "Don't look at me like that. If you're not happy, go and fight. This is a battlefield. Get out of here." It's kind of a thing. Everyone keeps calling him a bad luck, like, or a bad omen.
Yeah, like that he shouldn't be even alive
Yeah.
in this, you know. And now we see him, Gambino and Guts doing some sword training.
Yeah. They don't have swords for kids, so
He has
he's
to
using
actually
a
use
regular.
a regular size sword.
Yeah.
They found the smallest one they can find. I mean,
Yeah. But it's still not enough. Guts tries, and Gambino kind of like kicks him around. Everyone even tells him like, "Hey, Gambino, 60 years old. Maybe you should take it easy."
yeah, even some of his men are like, dude, Gambino, like, don't be a dick.
Yeah. and even everyone says that it's like, "Hey, Guts, you matches you." No. Gambino says that it's like, "We don't have swords for kids. This is what he's got to use."
Yeah, and
So you can see
and we see why he
he knew
likes
how
to
to
have
use
a
a
sword
big
that's
sword.
this is why he uses a sword that's bigger than him. You
That's
know?
what he's done all his life.
Yeah. Everybody calls him a pig head.
I do like how they're fighting and Gambino, not good. You give him a not wide enough. You see all his men on the other side. That it's like, yeah, go kid, fucking kill him.
Just fuck him up, kid. Like, they really want this kid to actually just beat him.
And he does get a good shot in where like he ducks low and dodges, and then he thrusts upward and manages to get Gambino in his cheek,
like
and,
right in the face.
Yeah, and Gambino, like it gets mad and slashes him across the bridge of his nose, and that's why he has a scar there.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, what the fuck? That you're encouraging him to do this shit, and then when he finally does it, you're just like, fuck you, little bastard.
It's how it always is. Every kid, you're not gonna hit me like that, and then they finally hit him. It's like, you fucking bitch, you hit. Just how it is.
Yeah, I know. And like, I do like the shot where you see the blood kind of like coming out of the bridge of his nose.
Yeah.
And even his men are just like, dude, the fuck?
And he's still a kid.
It's like, careful with him. Like, he's like, careful with. I'm careful.
And I guess like Gambino is painted to be a bad guy, and I'm not saying that he's a good guy because he's obviously get into that later, but like you do see moments where it kind of looks like he's developing as a character.
Yeah.
At this point where like he slashes him across, and they're carrying like he passes out, and so they're carrying Guts away. They the one guy even says it's like, "Hey Gambino, isn't this?"
Yeah, this is a
Even
bit
Gambino
childish.
says, yeah, like even Gambino says that it's like, yeah, it is a bit too.
Maybe I did.
Like sits there.
So yeah, maybe I did go a little too hard, but and then you see him like smile, like,
yeah,
shit, like, and then we see Guts feel like his face is on like fire.
yeah, probably an infection. This is the medieval ages. They didn't have good medicine.
They didn't even have penicillin.
Yeah, so he's having
gotta,
a rough night.
Yeah, he's got to suck up the pain, and like
And then
he's got to kind of pick his blood, pick his nose out of the blood and everything. It's just ugh.
He overhears some people talking outside the tent, saying about how he's bad luck and everything, and how it's probably his fault that Shizu died, and Guts kind of like doesn't like. sword like next to him, and then grabs it and like cradles it, and like he feels like he has a connection with his sword. Like he feels more calm when he's holding his sword.
Yeah. It's sort of like his safety net, or like his security, like a kid with like a security toy or like a security blanket or something like that. This is his security item, in a sense.
Which, I mean, pretty good security. Unlike a security blanket, a sword can actually do something.
Yeah, you're right. He's smart. At least he's smart about that.
Yeah.
And you see Guts actually going out and doing some training.
Yeah. Apparently he has a pail of water, and he was supposed to fetch water, and then, like, he did do 100 swings with his sword. And he sits down, he's, like, relaxing and everything. And like, he even talks about how, like, his mind is at peace whenever he swings a sword. And then Gambino shows up, and it's like, hey, Brat, where's the water?
Oh, and Gambino gives him some medicine that's in a clamshell. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, gives him a tiny little clamshell of medicine and is like, "Here, it's medicine. Put it on your nose." Just walks away. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, some character, and even Gutsy, like, he stops for a bit and he's all like, "Hey, Gambino, thanks." And he just kind of like, heh, and then tells him to go prepare food and goes off on a.
Like, get the food ready.
Yeah.
At least this is the only time where we kind of see him as like a father figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's not true. I think there's one more. There's one more.
Yeah, there's probably one. There's probably one more scene where he's actually okay.
But 3 years later.
Yeah,
so now Guts is 9 years old.
Yeah, he really likes to use 3 years. Likes to do things 3 years.
Apparently, every 3 years. Apparently, so.
Yeah.
I mean, they're mercenaries. I don't know how mercenaries work.
Yeah. It cuts.
maybe
like,
every 3 years.
Yeah, it shows up like we're looking at this big battle scene going on, this big war. They're charging into this castle. They're like, "Let's go to work, boys." Yeah. And then we see 9-year-old Guts. Wow, he looks fucking huge for a 9-year-old.
I also like the fact that his I'm doing air quotes here because it's really not that any but that helmet that he's wearing is it's basically just like a karate gear helmet.
Yeah, or like a boxing helmet.
I don't know if that's a real
piece of armor. Yeah, I mean, but it still looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I'm just like, when I saw it, I was just like, all right, is he going into battle or is he going to do karate?
Yeah, is he going to do boxing, taekwondo, karate? Which one? But why are you using that sword, little boy? But like, he looks really big for like a 9-year-old. You know?
Yeah, he does.
And then we see everybody charging into battle. They're like, let's go make some money.
Take everything.
Yeah, they're like, everybody's just like, the heat of the battle still going on. Everybody's fighting. Swords are clanging.
Yeah, you see Guts in there, swinging, taking down people.
He's like, he's kicking ass and chewing bubble. He's kicking ass and chewing bubble gum without the gum.
Yeah, exactly. You see this one guy goes down to like hit him, hits him directly in the helmet and knocks it off. It's impressive considering how unprotected.
Yeah, Guts is.
Knocks off his helmet, and Guts manages to lunge his own sword upward,
right into his skull. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like right.
Yeah,
and then the guy just kind of dies.
And then he gets hit in the back of the head with a flail.
Yeah. That shit hurts. Flails are nothing to joke about.
Yeah, but no, like, even with like just that like kind of like tap, wouldn't that just be stuck to his skull at this point? Because like I know human skulls back then weren't probably as hard.
Yeah.
Like, so like, wouldn't that flail just be literally just lodged in him?
I don't know if it actually hit him in the back of the head, hitting him in his back in general, and he is wearing some kind of like,
Armor in the
granted,
back.
it's only leather armor, but yeah. So it's like I feel like he's somewhat protected from it, but it still hurt. Probably would have knocked him out. I mean, he's not like he's on the ground injured, and you kind of like about to attack him again. But I feel like in real life, probably would have knocked him out.
Yeah, and then we see the big guy with the flail gets stabbed right in the neck by, I believe it's Gambino.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's Gambino.
Yeah.
Stabs him right through the back of the head into out of the front of his.
He's like, watch your back. You're like, hey, isn't this good practice?
Well, he says like this isn't practice. Like you know after you get one, there's no time to daydream.
Yeah, that's true. So hurry up, work.
Yeah.
And then Guts puts on his like karate gi helmet.
Yeah, gets back out there.
Gets back out there and starts kicking more ass and taking names. And then we see kind of like the dust and everything kind of flow into the clouds and shit and down at the camp. Sort of going to sunset.
Everyone's back at camp. Everyone's going up to, I guess, the ledgerman.
Yeah.
Getting paid for what they did.
Yeah, everybody's getting paid. And then Guts runs up, Gambino!
Yeah, hands him the sack of money. I don't know if the currency in this world is ever explained, but yeah, just hands him a sack of money. This is the moment I was talking about where Gambino kind of like opens it up, looks at it, and I guess it's like a meager amount, but he takes out like a single coin and hands it to Guts, and just says like, here, this is yours, and then he just says like, well, try harder next time, and walks away. And Guts is even like yes, I will. And you see this shot where he like Gambino looks back at Guts, and Guts has this like serious look on himself, and then like Gambino smiles.
It's like this is where it's like he kind of like you feel like at first you think okay he's sort of warming up as like this father figure to this boy.
Like, it looks like he knows what he's doing. It looks like I said, character development.
Yeah, there's some character development here between them.
Yeah.
There's a relationship going on with these two at first. It feels like.
Yeah, and you see Guts like coin. He pockets it like it's his now, and you see him walking through camp, flicking it like flicking it like a coin. But probably not a good thing to do when you're in a camp of bandits. But he's doing it.
Yeah, and then we meet
this new character,
my Donovan.
I read.
Donovan. Yeah, I mean. And he kind of looked. He's kind of like this Mike Tyson looking motherfucker.
Dude, he looks like he can fuck a dude up, like no problem.
I think he looks almost exactly like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you see a shot of him like watching as Guts walks away, and then you see a shot of him saying, "It's like, hey Gambino," and then Gambino turns around and is like,
"What do you want, boy?"
And you see a of him, honestly. That's like you said, it looks like Mike Tyson, but like he looks like he's up to some shit.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be up to some shenanigans.
Yeah. And then you see like it's a shot at night, and Guts can't sleep again because he's shaking and he doesn't know why. He can't stop.
He has this he has this feeling of fear.
Yeah. And you go up to his tent, and it opens up. And it's Donovan walking in.
Yeah, we see him we see Donovan making this O face,
oh, yeah, and you see Donovan steps forward and holds his hands out, and Guts reaches for his sword, and Donovan dies on top of him and holds him onto the ground, and that's it. That's the last page.
That's the end of Volume 3.
Yeah, Guts is being raped. It's happening. Being raped by a very large black man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's supposed to be black, but
I think
he's covered in, so I'm going to say...
I think he might be, actually.
Yeah. It is what it is. Guts is D, and the D stands for Donovan.
Yeah.
So,
and it's just oh man, dude. That sucks.
I'm like, just, I don't know, maybe because he's 9, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
The series goes, I'm going to imagine Guts kills Donovan. I'm going to choose to believe that until I know otherwise.
Well, I know what happens because I read this before.
Right.
So I do know what happens. And I'm not gonna say you're not wrong, but I'm not gonna say you're not right either. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Okay, so Donovan dots, got it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like okay. Now we ended this volume. What do you think? How do you think this volume turned out?
Good. Like I said, like it finishes up the Black Swordsman arc. We already went over that. Like if the anime adaptations would have done the Count arc, it would have just been better, hands down.
Yeah.
Going into the
Even if they kept Puck in there too, it still would have been better. You mean?
Yeah, I mean it would have been fine. It's just like just why stop at the Snake Man? Like the Snake Man literally did nothing. You could cut out the Snake Man and not miss.
You know what I think? Why? I think it's because the Snake Man's probably the shortest battle.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like they do the Snake Man.
Like almost
so
scene
that's
almost scene by
it was.
scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
cut
it
out all the
was
Puck,
probably
cut out all the Puck shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was probably just like a thing that's like, all right, we'll do one episode to explain the story and then go into the good arc.
To go into the actual origin story of Guts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then going into the anime, like I said, like I've been saying, I don't remember the anime too much. I don't remember Guts being at the feet of a hung woman in a tree. That was something new. That was an experience.
I don't think they adapt that part. You know.
I do not think they go into that at all. I'm pretty sure, at least in the, like I've only watched the original anime series, and
I think the movies they go a little more in depth about it, but like
I'm pretty sure when they start the Golden Age arc, it's not even like the whole Donovan thing, the whole growing up, being 6 years old and 9 years old.
I think it's already he already meets Griffith at this point. Yeah.
He doesn't meet Griffith. He's just like he's at that age though.
Yeah, he's at the age
where he goes off to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they just start out with him just meeting Griffith pretty much, and then that's that's really sad, you know? Like you can't get a full on good adaptation of Berserk because of all the edgy themes that puts in there, like child rape and all the gore and shit.
Like, completely understand that it's like they don't do like even nowadays, like I highly doubt they're ever going to give it a decent adaptation for the simple controversial topics they'd have to touch on upon, and how paper skinned the entire world is right now, at least America.
At least America. Japan, the only instance of something like, well, even Japan's starting to somewhat tone down shit. Like, in recent years they started censoring blood a lot more.
Dead Man Wonderland was a great show until they decided to censor it.
Yeah, they did start censoring blood. They either make it like bright red or like pink,
or they out entirely. Like they still show like the blood geyser and everything, but don't show it any color or anything.
Yeah, or what is it? They just like in Dragon Ball Kai, they don't show Goku with a full fucking hole in his stomach.
Yeah.
After Piccolo kills him and Raditz, they just show like a black void. And Japan has toned down a bit in its bloodshed wise, but like I think if Berserk went to Netflix, I think that's the only way. I think that's the only way that it there would be any good adaptation of Berserk.
I can agree. I think that's fair.
Because like Devilman, for example, like Devilman, Devilman Crybaby was like it's like the first good adaptation of based, even though they modernized it, but it's still like considered like the best adaptation of Devilman.
Yeah.
Like it actually adapts like the manga's ending and all that. You know what I mean? But they do modernize it, though. They still have to modernize everything about it because it's a manga made in the 70s. You know what I mean? And they have to do it for today's audience, but no, I think if Netflix were to get a hold of Berserk, I think they would do a better job in adapting Berserk. Like, I'm thinking to either just do an Netflix anime or just Hollywood adaptation. You know what I mean? And even then, the Hollywood adaptation might not be as good either.
I don't think Hollywood is going to touch this with.
Yeah. I know the one story that they can actually touch, they won't touch.
Yeah.
You know. But no, they have to pick things with Asians in it.
Yeah.
And try to
Americanize. Makes sense.
To Americanize things that have Asians in it.
Yeah. Hey man, we just recently got rice balls being called rice balls, so.
Yeah, that's true. Like onigiri, and yeah, like nobody refers to them as jelly donuts.
I mean, everybody makes that joke, but I'm pretty sure Pokemon is the only one that called them jelly.
Yeah.
Anything else ever actually did.
Look, this is a jelly donut.
I did like they took the extra effort to pop in jelly in the center of it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Pokemon. Okay, one more thing quickly. Pokemon has tried to take out the Japanese out of Pokemon for a long time, literally to the point where they made a giant rice ball into a giant sandwich.
Yeah.
They really reanimated it into a giant submarine sub.
Gotta connect with that American audience because for whatever we can't just start selling rice balls here. No, that's too crazy. We gotta make sandwiches.
Yeah, no, I know it is ridiculous, but no, any more to close out?
The series is good. I really like it, and I can't wait till the next.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next one too. It's gonna be good.
I guess I can wait for the next one
because we got two other manga that we read.
Well, that too, but I really don't want to see Guts being raped. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to see child rape kind of happen. But I've read it. It happens, and it's not pretty.
Wow, spoilers. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. But
hey, man, it happens. Shit happens.
Yeah, but next week we'll be reading Blazer Drive Volume, I believe 4. Yeah.
Volume 4. Yep.
And let's just hope Daichi is still gonna be good. Still gonna be at least a good character, not go back to.
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Please read the official release. I'll leave the link in the description for where you can buy and read it online. Purchase it mainly. Yeah, to purchase the manga either physical or digital in both languages of Japanese and English. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.
But sometimes more unexpected sounds grab our attention. Like this desert rain frog. Squeaking viral sensation. 11 million hits and counting. It sounds like a dog toy. But actually, this is the sonorous war cry of a very angry frog. Ferocious.